Hello everyone, welcome to episode 10 of Banjo Kazooie. In the last episode, I visited Rusty Bucket Bay with so many hazardous traps and areas, and now I finally completed that world. No more pollution, no more toxic waste, no more whatever stuff that's in the world. I'm glad I'm out of there. Right now, it's time to enter the last world in Banjo Kazooie. Click Clock Wood. I want to show you all why that world is my favorite world in this game. If you haven't seen Click Clock Wood before, you're going to be surprised to see how massive and beautiful this world looks. Alright everyone, let's go! This is Click Clock Wood, a massive world that was divided into 4 seasonal routes: spring, summer, fall, or autumn if you want to call it that way, and winter. This area that I'm in right now is the main area of the world. Find the spring switch in this area, press it, and the spring door will open. Alright everyone, get ready for some dynamic seasonal goodness because I'm gonna walk you all through Click Clock Wood. This is the spring season in Click Clock Wood. During the spring, the flowers are beginning to bloom, the weather begins to warm up for a bit, rain is pouring quite frequently, the animals that were hibernating in the winter are waking up, and there are lots of green everywhere. As always, don't forget to collect the music notes and some other stuff. You'll definitely need them later. That beaver underwater is naughty. And no, he's not a bad one. Anyway, that beaver could have used Rock Smash on the water, so I have to come back later to smash that rock. Also, I have a fun fact for you. The beaver's name is the same name as the enemy beavers from Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. So yeah, there's your little Easter egg for you. Okay, now I'll explain why Click Clock Wood is my favorite world in Banjo Kazooie. By the way, watch out for the enemies, including those green birds, and watch your step when you're jumping on platforms. According to my perspective, Click Clock Wood tells a story. The world emphasizes on this giant tree in the woods, along with its massive environment and surroundings that goes through seasonal changes. The atmosphere looks colorful, cozy, dynamic, and charming, including the catchy music. Also, exploring around here is like experiencing through nature, and it's a perfect place to relax. You want to relax, touch grass, and get some fresh air? Come to Click Clock Wood. You'll have a great time here in this world. Do you see the hole in that dirt? Well, you know what to do. Just let Kazooie poop some eggs into the hole. And voila! There's the plant. Don't forget to keep an eye on that plant when you're exploring around through the seasons. That orange Venus flytrap is a snare bear. Instead of trapping flies, it'll trap bears. Whenever you approach to it as Banjo Kazooie, it'll clamp repeatedly. You can't destroy that thing, no matter what you do. Even if you use your Wonder Wing, it will not work. However, you can still use your Wonder Wing to become invincible and to grab items from snare bears. And that's about it. One more thing that I forgot to mention. You can fall pretty easily from heights if you're not careful. If you fall from a high place, you'll have to climb back up again. Make sure you time your jumps carefully, and don't forget that Kazooie can flutter you from platform to platform by flapping her wings. And yes, you have to climb up that tree to collect some stuff. Looks like someone's been working on a treehouse. That's pretty cool. Remember to watch your step and use your camera so you won't fall. This is Nabnut the squirrel. He likes to eat acorns and he lives in this giant tree. Nabnut is doing absolutely nothing. Get it? The acorns are these nuts that he eats. Yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, I'm gonna collect some stuff in this house and then I'm gonna leave. By the way, there's a summer switch right here, so let's press it. Oh look, there's a giant egg! Well, of course there's gonna be an egg here. There's a large egg and then some small eggs that I collected before. This game really loves eggs and protein. But anyway, this bird's name is Irie. And he fell asleep. There's nothing I can do about him right now, so I had no other choice but to enter the next season, which is summertime. There's a green Jinjo on top of the snare bear. Hey, you know what? Green Jinjo, I'll be right back. I gotta do something real quick. In this area with a bunch of whiplashing plants, there's a jigsaw piece inside. First jigsaw piece collected in Click Clock Wood. Also, I'm officially done in this room, so I won't have to return here again. Okay, now I'll grab this green Jinjo with the Wonder Wing. Hey Mumbo! If you want to use this magic, you have to pay 25 Mumbo tokens. Also, this is the last Mumbo's hut, along with the other huts in the other seasons, that you'll ever going to see in Banjo Kazooie. In this world, Mumbo turns Banjo into a bumblebee. As a bumblebee, you can fly indefinitely. You cannot attack, jump on enemies, or swim on the water. All you're doing as a bee is to fly anywhere you want. You won't be able to fly at the very top because there's an invisible wall up there. Second jigsaw piece collected in Click-Clock Wood. Not even a scratch. As a bumblebee, you can enter this beehive. There's a bunch of bees called Zubas that are guarding that jigsaw piece. They said that there was a honey bear roaming around collecting puzzle pieces. Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do about it here in this season, so I'm just gonna leave. Onward to the next season! This is gonna be one heck of a show. Oh, I almost forgot. You can only stay as a bumblebee during springtime or in a certain section in Grunty's lair. If you enter another season as a bee or if you go elsewhere, the magic will run out and then you'll return back to Banjo and Kazooie. Just for the heads up. That's Irie from before. You remember that egg that he hatched? Well, now that he's up, I gotta feed him 5 caterpillars. And once I do that, he's gonna go back to sleep. Now that I'm here, I'll talk about the summer season in Click-Clock Wood. During the summer, the weather is really hot and humid. There's yellow colors everywhere. The water evaporates with too much heat. The gremlin enemies have their shirts off. The plants begin to sprout fully. And everyone is drinking fluids every now and again because of the intense heat. Well, I just added that last part, but you know what I mean. Always stay hydrated and drink your fluids, everyone. Speaking of intense heat, look how much little this water is over here. This is like drought season. Also, there's Nani the Beaver. That rock was in the way, so you have to use Rock Smash to destroy it. I've been wanting to say that. It was just a force of habit. But seriously though, just ground pound that rock and Nani will head inside the tree. The slope is too steep for Kazooie to walk on, so you have to come back later. Oh, looky here! There's the fall/autumn switch. Don't forget to explore around as much as you can, and watch out for these green birds called the big cluckers that were trying to chomp you from the tree. Yep, that's what they're called in this game. These leaves here didn't bloom during the spring season, but they did bloom in the summer, and you can jump on them now as platforms. Dang brambles. As you can see here, Mumbo is just relaxing and fanning himself because of the intense heat. So no magic from him. Also, don't forget to collect some stuff in Mumbo's hut. There's no point collecting Mumbo tokens now because I already spent some during the spring season. Yeah, what the heck, I'll just collect them anyway, if there's some lying around. Alright, we're in the beehive. As a bee in the spring season, you already saw the bees flying around inside this beehive while guarding the jigsaw piece. They're called Zubas, and they're loyal and benevolent to Grunty. You see what I did there? Now that you're here, this is all you have to do to claim your prize. Yep, that's it. All you have to do is to use your side B move, aka your Wonder Wing, to turn invincible, and then stand there menacingly while the Zubas die by charging at you. These bees have to be careful not to underestimate the bear and bird duo, or else their behinds are done for. Oh wait, they're already done for, so let them be. Yeah, such beautiful puns. They're so nice, sweet, and funny. Okay, I got in my head of myself there. Let's get out of here. That's 5 caterpillars. Now I'm ready to feed Irie once I get there. The treehouse is still a work in progress, and there's a jigsaw piece inside. Watch your step, and don't forget to use your camera here. Climb the jigsaw piece in the treehouse, and then return back safely. Remember, don't fall, or else you'll have to climb back up the tree again. If you fall, you fall. Well, what do you know? I found another jigsaw piece while traversing on platforms. By the way, do you see this? I'm halfway done with Click Clock Wood. There's 2 other seasons that I have to visit, so make sure you explore as much as you can before entering the next season. There's Nabnut the squirrel with a full stomach. He ate all of these nuts that he found, and he couldn't move. Alright, I'm here with Irie. Don't forget to feed him 5 caterpillars. After you feed him, he'll grow and then use rest. Oh yeah, that room that I busted open at the top of the tree during the spring? There's none to see. Nothing in there. The jigsaw piece has already been collected, so there's no point entering there again. Ouch! Dang landing! Anyway, there's the plant from before, and Gobi the camel's here. Well, you know the drill. Just ground pound Gobi's hump and there you go. Just like before in Gobi's Valley. Wait a minute, Gobi, you're telling me that you haven't been drinking that water that you found? Oh, he was like, would you stop stealing my water? You know what, I'm not gonna question it further. I watered the plants so I can move on. Yellow Jinjo rescued. Nice. Okay, onward to the next season. Instead of finding 5 caterpillars for Irie, you need to find 10 caterpillars for him this time. And there are lots of them in the fall season. Now that we're here, let's talk about the fall season. The fall season is my favorite season out of all the 4. And let me tell you, the weather isn't too hot nor too cold. It feels perfect for me. Also, you will see a bunch of leaves falling from deciduous trees. Deciduous trees go through a seasonal cycle. Their leaves begin to bloom during springtime, then sprout as green leaves during the summertime, and last change colors into red, orange, or yellow leaves during the fall/autumn season. And then they fall to the ground. The leaves won't grow in the winter, so they've got a few months to go before blooming into the new leaves in spring. In Mumble's hut, you'll see Mumble raking the leaves. Yup, in the fall season, you'll see some people raking leaves in their yards as part of their chore, aka cleanup duty. You might as well collect the stuff that was in Mumble's hut. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the fall season in Click Clock Wood. The atmosphere in this world looks very warm and satisfying to look at, especially when a few leaves are falling. In case you guys don't know, red, orange, and yellow are warm colors. And yes, that is an art thing that I learned in art class years ago. Seeing this atmosphere with those colors, including my favorite color, red, makes me feel relaxed and cozy. I could just chill in the fall season and go with the flow. We all need to take a break once in a while. Also, my birth month, November, is in the fall season. So yeah, I have a couple of reasons why the fall season is my favorite season. By the way, I found an orange Jinjo. Nice! There are a lot of music notes in the fall season, so don't forget to collect them. Hey look, there's that giant plant from the previous seasons. Yeah, we're still stomping on Gobi just to give that plant some more water. Now that this plant is in full bloom, there's a jigsaw piece on top of it. Everyone, listen to this version of Click Clock Wood. It feels so warm and cozy. Oh, looky here! The water is all filled up in the fall instead of being dried out in the summer. Also, remember that Beaver was trying to enter his home? Well, you can now, and he has a present for you. Do you know what Naughty just said? And yes, that's his name. He said that he was waiting for Banjo and Kazooie for months to give him the jigsaw piece. There is an interesting fact about Click Clock Wood that it may be surprising to you, but I'll tell you about it at the end of this episode. But anyway, this is Naughty's house. He has a good home and a good music track, which are both memorable and cozy. Don't forget to collect everything here before you leave. Ouch. Yeah, you can't climb on the leaves. They're still there from the previous season, but they changed colors. There are only music notes inside the beehive, and that's it. Oh, hey, Nabnut. Okay, so I had to find these nuts for Nabnut in the fall season. So yeah, he has to find as many nuts as he can before the winter comes. And once the winter comes, then Nabnut is going to hibernate, meaning that he's going to sleep throughout the whole season of winter. That's 10 caterpillars. Irie's gonna have dinner tonight. Whew, that was close. There's the winter switch, so let's press it. Alright, that takes care of that. In the next season, Irie will be a big bird. And no, not the one from Sesame Street. An actual big bird. You'll see what I mean when I get there. This flower is below the beehive, so all you have to do is to get on top of this flower by falling from the beehive, and then you grab the jigsaw piece. By the way, I am almost done with Click Clock Wood. There's only one season left to check out, so before you leave the fall season, make sure you collect all of the music notes and some other stuff that you need. Well, I hope you enjoyed your trip because I love to see you next fall. Get it? Classic pun. Anyway, here's the last season in Click Clock Wood. Alright everyone, this is winter. Look everyone, it's snowing! I bet you guys are excited about that. I know I am. However, the winter season is my least favorite season, and here's why. The weather. I can't stand it. It gets very cold every now and again, and the reason why I can't stand cold weather is because it dries up my skin and I easily get sick from the season. We all have to stay safe and keep our bodies warm. If not, then we'll have to end up having a common cold or something, such as coughing, wheezing, stuffy nose, headache, etc. etc. Remember to stay healthy and stay hydrated, everyone. And stay warm! You can't stay in the cold too long, or else it gets worse. Of course, the terrain is very slippery because it's completely frozen. Also, there's some snowmen that you saw on Freeze's Peak before, and now they're back to throw snowballs at Banjo. Remember that you can destroy them by beak bombing the X on their hats, and make sure you have enough red feathers to fly around. Remember that giant plant that you watered in the previous season? Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the poor thing withered in the winter. Rest in peace, my friend. Hey look, a grunty switch! Let's press it! Do you hear that sound? Yep, it sounds like an eagle. You know what that means. And I missed him. There's the triumphant music in Namnut's house. Also, Namnut has a girlfriend. And they're both asleep in the same bed. That's so cute. There's nothing here but eggs. Also, the bridge is slippery, so be careful. Looky here! I already just pooped the jigsaw piece onto his nest. Well, gotta collect it. I hope Banjo washes his hands after his adventure. Also, keep in mind that Kazooie kept these jigsaw pieces in her mouth the whole time. Yeah. One more thing. The last jigsaw piece in this world is right here where the blue Jinjo is. All of the Jinjos have been rescued, and ladies and gentlemen, I have officially collected all of the jigsaw pieces in Click Clock Wood. Speaking of the Jinjos, I like the color code mechanic for the Jinjos in this world. The green and purple ones are in spring, yellow is in the summer, orange is in the fall, and last, blue in the winter. That's pretty cool how this game did this method. All that's left is the music notes and the empty honeycomb piece in this world, and I'll be done. The snare bears are frozen, by the way. All 900 music notes collected in Banjo Kazooie. The water is very cold, so you'll lose oxygen at the surface. Not only that, you'll lose oxygen faster when you're swimming on the water. Make sure you collect all of the music notes in Click Clock Wood before doing this. You see what I mean? I was trying to get out, but once I touch the edges from the eyes, I automatically swim underwater. That's messed up. Well, good thing I collected all the music notes, because I am not doing all that again. So now that's 2 deaths in Banjo Kazooie. What you're supposed to do is to swim underwater to enter Naughty's house again, so you can grab that empty honeycomb piece. Also, you gotta swim back to where you came. Whew, made it back. Now all that's left is another empty honeycomb piece, and then I'll officially be done with Click Clock Wood. I'm gonna miss this world when I leave. It's absolutely worth exploring through all of these seasons. Hold it! I just remembered something. While I was recording, I was at the squirrel's house where the windows are just to find the second empty honeycomb piece. But unfortunately, my phone said that the storage was full when I got there, so it didn't show the whole thing. So instead, I'll just show you a picture of what the room looks like. Yep, That's in the winter season. Alright, back to the game. There's another thing. Return to spring to see Mumbo again. Turn into a bee. Leave the world. Fly up there to where the jigsaw piece is and finally grab it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last jigsaw piece collected in this entire game. And that concludes episode 9 of Click Clock Wood. I haven't forgot about Click Clock Wood's interesting feature, so I'm gonna tell you guys right now. All of those seasons that you've seen, that experience took 1 year. I'll say it again. This whole time that I'm in Click Clock Wood, that took a whole year to do all of that stuff. Time was speeding up inside the world, while time was slowing down outside the world, which was mind blown. I'll tell you another thing about what's also mind blown. The next episode of Banjo Kazooie will be the finale of the main story, plus another one that involves the post game. That's right, everyone. We're on our way to rescue Tooty and fight Gruntilda the witch. I hope you all are looking forward to that one, and thank you all so much for watching my journey throughout all of these episodes of Banjo Kazooie. I really appreciate it. Alright, I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everybody.